Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be covering what is file system layout, the host server, what are build slaves, and also I will explain software on the host. Guys, I have uploaded complete DevOps subject tutorials. I will provide that link in description, you can watch from there. If you are watching this video for the first time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. First, I will explain what is file system layout. In DevOps, the file system layout refers to how files and directories are organized on servers or systems and managed within DevOps environment. Guys, file system layout is nothing but how files and directories are organized on servers. Directories are nothing but folders. In order to successfully build and deploy our software, definitely we need to arrange all files and folders in proper format. So arranging files and folders in proper format is known as file system layout. This includes, first one is application deployment structure. Guys, in server, we need to arrange our application and the dependencies in proper organized format in order to deploy our application. If you don't arrange your application and dependencies in proper format, then we cannot successfully deploy our application. Second one is configuration management. Guys, there are some configuration files like YAML file, JSON file, etc. By using these files, we can configure our server. So we need to arrange these files in proper format. And third one is version control. Version control is nothing but Git. In Git software, we need to store our code files in organized format. And fourth one is artifact repositories. Guys, whenever you develop any software, then we need to build and test that software. So after building and testing is successful, then artifact will be generated. So we need to store these files in organized format in repositories. Guys, if you follow proper file system layout, then it is very easy to develop, test and deploy your software. Next topic is the host server. Guys, duty of build server is to create software. So after creating your software successfully, we need to place that software in host server. So whenever you place your software on host server, all users can access that software. So duty of build server is to create software, and whereas host server focus on running the software. So once application is placed in host server, all users can access that application. So in any company, build server is very important. While building software, build server will consume lot of processing power, memory and disk space. That is why whenever you purchase any build server, you need to purchase only high quality build servers that has high disk space and RAM. Different employees will write code and they will place that code in build server. So definitely build server must be fast. As we know, machines are cheaper than people. That is why we need to invest your money on good machines. Next topic is build slaves. Jenkins is one of the popular build server. Jenkins will build code. And in order to complete build process very fast, we can connect Jenkins server with other servers. We call these servers as build slaves. Different slaves contain different operating systems. So based on needs, Jenkins server will send task to any of the servers. Guys, we can connect your slaves with Jenkins by using three ways. First one is by using SSH, and second way is you need to install Jenkins software in your build slave. Next way to connect your build slave with Jenkins server is by installing Java client in your build slave. These are three ways by which you can connect your build slave with Jenkins server. To make build process faster in Jenkins, you can add extra servers called build slaves. The main server send a task to the slaves either in a round robin way or based on specific needs. Guys, Jenkins server will send a task in round robin way like it first to this server, next to this server, next to this server, and again first server, second server and so on. For example, Jenkins server want to perform task on Windows computer. At that time, directly Jenkins server will send task to slave 2. So task is shared either in round robin way or based on specific needs. So some tasks need only particular operating system. So having different build slaves is very important. You need to launch some task only on Linux operating system. At that time, we cannot use Mac operating system or Windows operating system. Guys, you can run various tasks on different build slaves at a time. Guys, for example, let us say you are developing an Apple project. Now you need to build an Apple project. But by using virtual server, we cannot build Apple projects. At that time, directly you can use Mac slave in order to build Mac projects. So based on your project, Jenkins server will send project to different build slaves in order to build your project. There are several ways to connect build slaves to master. One common method is using SSH or by using Jenkins software, and another method is by downloading Java client in your slave. If slave don't support SSH, then directly you can use Java client. Guys, sometimes you can also use Linux servers in order to build software related to Windows. At that time, you need to install cross compilers in your Linux operating system. like GCC with min-gw. Whenever you install this in your Linux server, you can easily build Windows softwares in Linux server. Guys, companies like telecom and banks use system code. By using the system code, you can build various kinds of application in only one server without using different kinds of servers. Guys, each and every company has different needs and you need to set up your environment based on that needs. Next topic is software on the host. Guys, if you want to build any software, then you need to install various kinds of tools in your build server. As we know, Jenkins is one of the popular build server. But actually Jenkins server will not perform any build operations. In Jenkins server, there are various built-in tools. These tools will perform build process. Guys, whenever you are using any build server, definitely we need to install Linux operating system in that server. And by using internet, you can install various kinds of tools in that server. And whatever steps you follow to update application server, same steps you need to follow in order to update build server.